Now, we've done what we always do, which is arrive a little early for check-in, but generally if you're really nice, the staff will get you in nice and early. So he said just maybe 20 minutes, get the room ready, and we'll be good. It is hot. Kawasaki here at the front desk, he said it's more than hot, it's really hot. Michelle and I are probably a little more used to the heat, so I don't find it too bad. I think it's going to be quite nice. We'll zip the trousers off down to shorts and go for a walk very shortly. So here's our little room. Oops, wrong. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Work the lights out. So it's a tidy little room to be right in the centre of the old town. I think we're kind of lucky. For some reason, did you know I had a double and a single, so it can be for 3 people?
Yeah, I did vaguely remember. You look at so many.
But we've got a nice little dinette table. There's a TV we probably won't use. Towels. Probably, is there a mini bar in here? No, just a little refrigerator, so that's good. We don't need the mini bar. Coffee making facilities. Oh, I thought that was a little closet, but it's actually it's a water closet. So one of these cool Japanese toilets with the heated seats and the where you know you flush. I'll just show you here. You kind of flush the toilet, and you can wash your hands as the system fills. And a tiny little cool. We've had one or two of these Japanese bathrooms. They're really functional. They're completely sealed in. You just get in the bath, set the showers. They're super clean, super functional. Now just behind Michelle, as you sort of creep in, they provide you with some little slippers to wear as well. So all in all, thanks, a nice little room.
It does.
Feels like a bit of a motel.
No, hotel.
Like a hotel.
Hotel.
All right.
On Japanese standards, it's pretty big actually.
Yeah, by Japanese, because we've had some really small rooms, and this is a nice size room, air conditioned, bright, modern, clean. I think we're going to like this. And the guy that checked us in was really, really sweet at letting us come in early. I mean, technically we shouldn't have come in till
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, and we're here at
1:30, yeah. At 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today we're going to take a first look around Kyoto. Now, we're really lucky that we've landed right in the center of Kyoto. Our hotel is just a few yards from this spot, but this is where we landed, and this is where we're going to start the tour. This square is super popular. Everyone comes here and photographs themselves all dressed up in the kimonos, and I think it's a little bit to do with this lovely red picket fence that runs along here. And there's this lovely little shrine here as well, where I think all the girls in the kimonos come and get themselves photographs. It's a really pretty spot. If we can just get ahead of this tour guide. I love these little alleyways that run throughout Kyoto. This is really probably the first town we've been to where it feels really Japanese. I mean, there's an area just over the bridge, over the other side of the river, which is super modern. You could be almost anywhere in Japan, but this old town area, this has got a real old feeling, and there's some great little lanes. At night time, this gets a lot busier. I will say at night time that this place is really like a brothel, like a red light district. There are so many girls out on the streets and guys in suits. It does feel a little bit seedy. It is quite safe. The streets are safe to walk at night, but it does take on a whole sort of seedy atmosphere. Again, there are thousands of places that you can eat, little bars and restaurants, and during the evenings they'll put the norin up here, so the little hooks are here to hang the norin, actually possibly that back one there, and that'll have the name of the restaurant and just announce the fact that it's open. Now it feels really quiet compared to yesterday when we arrived, so I think maybe because it's a little before midday and everybody's either still in bed or They're not ready to eat yet. You can hire, rent out. You'll see a lot of people renting out kimonos. So what are they working out? I think
About 2,000 is the cheapest, 3,000.
yeah, generally it's about 2,000. I'm not sure what the 500 is here. This may be for makeup or something, but yeah, it seems to be about 2,000 yen for a day or a 12-hour period that you can rent out. So you'll see lots of people walking around Kyoto in kimonos. Though you often think it's a lot of Japanese, it actually quite often isn't. There's a lot of Chinese here going around in kimonos, so it's quite interesting. They're all talking in Putonghua. Yeah, it's quite interesting. But they do look very pretty when they're all dressed up. And there are certain areas where you'll see a lot of the girls walking around getting their photos taken. So some refreshing green tea. Now, one thing for sure, in Kyoto, there's lots of sampling on the streets. So it is quite nice. You could pretty much make your way through the various markets, sort of picking like seagulls at the little snacks and things that are laid out for you. I love that. He's testing the heat of the plates by putting them between his face. Did you ever burn? Yeah? Flour and sugar, water. So sweet, little salt? Sweet. And this salty. Yeah, yeah. So this is like it's almost like a broad bean cornflake. It's quite flat and it's a little seasoned, a little salty. You can eat it like that. Mame. Mame senbei. So the name of this cracker is Mame senbei. And the broad bean is from Australia, yeah? Yeah, okay, thank you. Ponta
Joe Street.
Joe Street. I'm just checking, we're on Ponta Joe Street. Just near the Nishike Market. It's really pretty, look down here. And off the little alcoves you see, they're all little restaurants, and just to the right of me is the river. See these little alleyways? I mean, you can go up and down these alleyways, we will do in a minute. Just go a little further along. At night time, this comes alive. I mean, it's difficult to film down here because it gets so sort of crammed with people. Nobody wants to be out at midday. So yeah, we're taking advantage of the slightly less foot traffic. These lovely little red umbrellas. Now see how this restaurant and today's lunch menu, we've got the menus laid out here. Not bad, the prices. Grilled fish from about 17 bucks. Call this about 20. And this restaurant here, it goes out, we'll just go through. So we've got the kitchens off to the side. And this one goes out to the river. Hello. Oh, there's a party on. So I won't film here because there's a party on. You have a big party, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to film out on the river because there's too many people.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. We come later. And you. So yeah, pretty much all the The restaurants to my right, they go down onto the riverside. On the left, they go up towards the market. Getting busier. I think we might as well. Should we go up one of these little alleyways, Michelle? We'll go up this alleyway and we'll head towards the market. Maybe we'll walk through the market. A little low ceilings. We're actually going to be doing a food tour of Kyoto, and we'll be featuring the market a little bit more. So look out for that video. Today it's all about just a first look around Kyoto. Got this nice sort of, it's really narrow. Look at the roof above me. So the little eaves are just hanging over. Can you imagine when it's raining? Can you imagine the rain pouring down through here? Okay, so now we're out on a slightly more modern street. Just down the end here is the very modern area of Kyoto. But we're only dipping out onto this modern street for a very short time, because a few hundred meters up here we'll have the market. And this is a 400-year-old market. G'day. Thai kitchen back in Bangkok. I mean, there are great food eating places. If you don't want to, if you want to break away from Japanese, you've got Indian, Thai we've seen there. There's a lot of different places, but if you want Japanese food, there is so much here in Kyoto. There's so much in almost every city or town. As I've said before in videos, I think the Japanese, I think they eat out more than any other nation, because there is probably almost as many restaurants as there are people.
Absolutely.
Now, before we get into Nishike Market, there's this sort of modern market here. I mean, it's interesting. It's not as exciting. Wait until you see the main market. But a lot of tourists maybe only just get into this market, which is a bit of a shame. It's just sort of knockoff trainers, and probably actually not knockoff in Japan, and bags and clothing. Now, I'm just going to add that I'm told, and we're in sort of late spring here, but I'm told that in Kyoto during the summertime, if you decide to come here, it's super hot, very humid, and I think people find it a little overbearing. But this little market, by the way, this modern market, the air conditioning coming out of all the shops, it's quite cool, it's quite refreshing. Today's pretty hot, about 34 degrees Celsius, so but it's above average for the time of year. Okay, hold on to your hats. Mind you, we're probably not going to be going that fast, but we're about to enter into Nishike Market. Now, I believe this market is over 400 years old. And what was it about the water in this market? The cold water?
As far as I remember, the cold water used to run along the floor and keep it cool, so it was naturally
cooling, yeah. So in those hot summer nights, they have a stream that runs through here, and it keeps this market naturally cool. It does get very busy, so come on, let's have a walk through. Like I say, don't be prepared to get up any speed, and we will be doing a food tour of Kyoto, so I'm sure the market's going to feature in it, so look out for that video. Now, I hear people occasionally getting a bit frustrated because of the bottlenecks as you go through the market. We've come a little bit earlier. Let me just step out the way here. So we've come a little bit earlier, and I thought it was going to be a little quieter, but it's already chock-a-block. This black sesame place is definitely going to feature in the upcoming video. I don't know if you can see, but I think this is a really long market, probably about half a kilometre. But be prepared, you're going to take a good part of 45 minutes to an hour to walk through here. We're bottlenecked again. So you get everything from the little wooden clog shoes or thongs, to food, just chopsticks. To cramp. A lot of French here. A lot of French. I think possibly the two most common languages I'm hearing are Putonghua or Mandarin and French. And of course some Japanese. But I think maybe they're in the minority. So it's opened up a little bit and get some speed. But we're coming up to the next entrance. So it comes in sort of little stages. Each part of the market is divided by these little roads. It's pretty quiet. And then you're back into the bedlam. Ah, karagi. So these are little karagi with on the legs, look. So you've actually got the chicken leg and they fried it on the leg. That'd be interesting. I don't know how mothers come through these places carrying the little baby. See the baby's face? He's like completely perplexed or indifferent to it all. Now here, they've got this is the little prawns that we tried the last time. And then they've got scallops, but scallops in with the roe on. Hey, hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're here today?
Today, yeah.
I saw your friend in the main street on Gion on the Gion side. He's making today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, I don't know if I filmed him. Did I? Probably did. The guy I just met there, we met him the first day we arrived. And he makes this, well, it's not sesame seed, what is that?
Broad bean.
So it's a broad bean, like a cracker. And that's definitely going to feature as one of my favorite snacks here in Kyoto. Again, watch out. Top 10 foods of Kyoto coming soon on Steve's Kitchen. They love doing the little fish on a bamboo skewer, so they sort of wriggle the fish. It's in a little sort of wavy effect. And they pop it onto a bamboo skewer and then cook it up against the coals. So you get that sort of like swimming effect of the fish. Chocolate strawberries. Okay, so we're getting a little more freedom of movement here, which is nice. Now, eggs, sushi, chicken wings, but these are all magnets or key rings. They have key rings, so you get a sushi key ring. Bless you. Umbrellas. Just umbrella. It's not raining. It's not raining. No raining.
これでもレインじゃない。UV 入ってから3も OK よ。
Ah,
3 OK。
sun.
OK。
See, she's a good sales lady.
Okay.
So she says, even though it's not raining.
オープントライ OK。
No.
オープン
We
トライオール OK。
cannot.
いいの？
No. We haven't room.
あれ
It's very beautiful.
これ
Very
ね
beautiful.
これまずはこれオープンしてこれで
Yeah.
オープンしてマザー持つ
Ah,
でこれで映す
for the sun.
So there you go. Does it match?
She's determined to sell us a brolly. We're not taking one with us. we're not going to take one with us. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
ありがとうございます
Thank you. It's very
あ
beautiful.
りがとうございます
Thank you. Careful. See, good sales lady. I told her it's not raining. She said, "Oh, you need one to keep the sun off," and she's right. But we can't. I'd love to get one of these lacquered umbrellas. Maybe one day. There are so many things here that I love to buy. Michelle and I would love to buy. But with so much traveling, we can't really buy the stuff, and there's nowhere at the moment to send it home to, nowhere where we'll be in the near future. Here the lady does chopsticks. So she's got.
So all the name engraving, okay.
I saw yesterday. Yeah.
English name or Japanese name, okay.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So the lady, a little bit like key engraving, she's doing the. So you can buy the bamboo chopsticks. You can have your name engraved in Japanese or Chinese also.
Chinese, no,
No,
very hard.
just Japanese,
Just English.
Kenji and.
English and Japanese.
Okay,
Okay.
just English and Japanese. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, what have you got?
美味しいです。Delicious.
It's delicious, is it?
Delicious.
What's the name?
コロッケ。
Karaoke. Karaoke. Thank you. Bye bye. Are we going to get to the end? I think we'll probably do the whole length of this market. This is like radishes and pickled vegetables. All sorts. I mean, there's so much variety here, and they're all preserved in salts and pickles. Some of them are actually soaked in dashi, cucumbers. And you can go into this place, by the way, and you can sample pretty much everything. I don't like to have the samples that are out here on the street side because there's just too many people passing by. So I got to try and pick 10 dishes from Kyoto just to make a video on. It's so hard. I could probably do 100 or so. We just haven't got time. So I'm going to just pick out my personal favorites. We came through here yesterday and picking and tasting, and also through the main town or city centre, and I pretty much decided 10 dishes that I think are fun and specific to Kyoto. Some of them are specific, some of them maybe not, but yeah, as I say, that video, we haven't filmed it yet, but it will be going up shortly. Okay, we're getting near the end. This is the last, it's the last leg of the Nishige market. More samples. Thank you. This is the seasoning, yes? So this here is a little seasoning they put on the rice. It's not particularly hot, not overly spicy. Oh yeah, I forgot. Rules. That's a good point, actually.
Yes.
If you're going to try any samples in the market, you've got to actually eat them outside the store. It's actually a rule here. That's nice.
Nice seasoning, isn't it?
Really nice. Garlic. It's very popular. I'm not sure the name of that seasoning they use, but it's a little spicy. Garlic, salt, absolutely delicious. And I don't know if I mentioned, probably not, but you could almost come to this market and walk your way through. There are so many samples, you'll be full by the time you get to the end. Little tip, don't forget to buy. So this is the Kyoto bean confectioner. You see they've got a little copper sort of roller here that's coating the beans over. This place is fantastic. I'm definitely featuring this place in the upcoming video, so we won't film in here just now. So we're coming to the end of the market now. The last few stalls. There's an oyster bar just to the left of me. We're burst out into the sun. So I'm not going to film any more in this area. I want to go back into the old town, a little bit of a walkthrough, and then we're going to head back to our hotel. I hope you're enjoying the look around. Give us some comments. Hit that thumbs up, by the way, and give me some feedback. Did you enjoy the walk through the market? Let's get off. Now we're on the other side of the bridge from the Gion, the older city. You can see what I was saying about just how busy it is. This is the market side of town, but it's bedlam over here, and it's just sort of, well, it's later than midday, probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But it's super busy. I mean, if you like this is where we started our walk, down that little alleyway there. We didn't go down this high street. If you like this sort of really intense, but you could be in Hong Kong, you could be in Tokyo, be almost anywhere on that high street. People come down in the evenings and they pitch out. So they choose along the riverside here. They'll set themselves up for the evening. So as the sun comes down and they get a bit of shade, they try and pick out a spot, and they'll spend most of the evening here. There's bands, musicians playing. There you go, what she said. We've crossed over the river and we're on Shijodori. This is the Old Town High Street, which is pretty much where we started this morning. I'm probably going to finish this look around Kyoto on the little streets leading back to our hotel, but you can see it's quite a bit different, still busy. Now up these little roads here, there's some gorgeous little temples. After all, Kyoto is all about temples. There are so many great temples here. And for me, it's all about the great food. I mean, just walking today in Kyoto, I just wanted to do the streets, but the actual eateries, the places to eat here are just amazing. Still busy. This place here is going to feature in our top eats. I'm not going to say too much about it now, you'll see that video later on. As I keep saying, the food here has been outstanding. So we're going to turn off this busy little high street, down one of the little lanes, back home again. It's nice and quiet. To be honest, even these roads tonight will be quite busy as the restaurants start to open up and the bars. So I hope you've enjoyed this first look around Kyoto, the old town, tiny bit of the new town. We're going to get back to our room, have a cool down, have a bit of a shower. Like I say, it's unseasonably warm weather. But I do think several people have said to me in the summertime, Kyoto can be pretty hot and pretty humid. So I'd come in the spring, or probably the mid to late autumn. That would be my recommendation. Take care from Kyoto. We'll see you for the food video very shortly. Be good. See you then. I think he's had enough because he's gone to sleep. Is this the queue to go through? Yeah.